Well, good morning, beautiful people. Look on the screen. Look on the screen. Let's check out these two news clips. This will be part A. Hope you will enjoy your day and please stay safe. This will be part A. And if you are new to the channel, please stick around for part B, which will be a separate video for the commentary. Why is he on the screen?
Developing now, authorities have made an arrest in the death of a pregnant woman who was murdered and set on fire in Northwest Fresno. Her own brother now in custody, accused in the crime. Thanks for joining us for Action News Live at 5. I'm Vanessa Vasconcelos.
And I'm Warren Armstrong. Action News reporter Brittany Jacob is live downtown at the Fresno County Jail tonight with the new and disturbing information on this investigation. Brittany?
Well, good evening, guys. The family members have just confirmed that Nakaya was 8 months pregnant with baby Noah, and now comes right after the family just threw her a baby shower over the weekend. Now, 2 lives have been cut short, and we want to warn you that the details in this investigation can be very disturbing.
That possible 1144 in a field. They at Cornelia, 4488 North Cornelia. They have the victim apparently set on fire at this time.
Around 12:30 on Tuesday afternoon, Fresno police and fire responded to this dirt access road for a report of a dead woman set on fire. Authorities have now confirmed the victim is 26-year-old Nakaya Logan, who was pregnant at the time of her murder. The suspect, her own brother, 41-year-old Aaron Dudley. Police Chief Paco Valderrama says it's part of an unsettling trend.
As a police chief, I find this horrific. And the fact that we've had, 5 babies murdered in this fashion the last year is something that keeps me up at night.
Detectives believe Logan and her unborn child, baby Noah, had been stabbed numerous times. They say that stabbing happened just a few blocks away from the home Logan shared with her mother and brother. This is not the first time authorities were at that home. About a year and a half ago, they took Dudley on a 72-hour hold after being deemed a threat to himself and others. Police say this time when they arrived, Dudley was trying to cover up the murder.
This is a person who had the wherewithal to try to clean up the evidence, try to dispose of the body, ran when the police came to knock on the door to see what was going on. So this is not somebody who does not know what he's doing.
District Attorney Lisa Smitkamp says she anticipates her office to file 2 counts of murder because of how far along Logan's pregnancy was. That would make Dudley eligible for the death penalty. Now, the family today, they told me they are completely grief-stricken. And while they did not want to go on camera, they told me that Nakaya was a beautiful spirit. She was loving, very family-oriented, and trusting. And again, the motive of this case has not yet been determined, and this investigation is still ongoing.
Okay, people, so you saw that video. Let's go ahead and take a look, please, at this. Why is Cutie Pie on the screen? Wonder what happened.
Sport Jacks, this woman, Valencia Wilson, who was shot 8 times, tells her story.
Could you ever fathom a situation like this with your own sibling?
No, I did not think he would shoot me.
It was inside this building at Midtown Oaks apartment complex on Art Museum Drive, where police say Valencia Wilson was shot by her brother, 27-year-old Isaiah Wilson.
And her brother is currently in the Duval County Jail awaiting trial on a charge of attempted murder. News4Jax reporter Eric Avanier has been following this case from the beginning and joins us now with an update. Eric.
Well, months ago, when Wilson was released from the hospital, she told me that there would come a time when she would feel comfortable talking about what happened. Well, I recently sat down with her for a one-on-one interview, and that is where she told me she was 1 month pregnant when she was shot. November 8th of last year, gun violence erupts inside an apartment here in the Midtown Oaks apartment complex. And News4Jax scrambles to get it on air after learning a woman was shot multiple times.
News4Jax starts right now with a breaking news alert.
That breaking news alert comes from Art Museum Drive. Within the past 15 minutes, the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office told us about a shooting that happened there.
The shooting victim was Valencia Wilson. The suspected shooter was her brother, 27-year-old Isaiah Wilson. Months after Valencia got out of the hospital, she felt comfortable explaining how she got shot. What happened? What led up to it?
So it really was just an argument over household expenses. That Friday before, we got into an argument, and he actually pulled a gun on me that Friday.
Valencia says she left the apartment to stay with her boyfriend for a weekend to allow her brother some time to cool off, but she says when she returned the following Monday, there was another argument over expenses, but this time it involved a roll of tissue paper.
He told me that he was going to take the tissue out of the bathroom that he had bought, and that he was going to put it in his room to be petty. So at that point, I approached him, and I started trying to grab at the tissue. And then he pulled out his gun and he shot me 8 times.
You got shot 8 times over a silly...
Oh, a disagreement, yeah. A disagreement about household bills that I had been talking to him about over and over again. This wasn't our first conversation.
Valencia says she was shot in both arms, her chest, and stomach, but also says the assault was not over just yet.
After he shot me, I asked him why. And then he came up to me, he put the gun to my head, and he said, "Look what you made me do." And then he left.
Valencia says once the coast was clear, she called 911 for help and was applying pressure to her wounds to prevent bleeding out before paramedics arrived. She was taken to Memorial Hospital where she underwent an emergency 7-hour surgery. Her brother Isaiah surrendered to police at a relative's house. According to this arrest report, he first told officers he was in fear because his sister beat him up and pulled a knife on him, but then later told police he did not see a knife in his sister's hands and she did not pull a knife on him. The officer also noted in the report that Isaiah Wilson had no visible injuries to his body to suggest he had been in a physical fight with his sister. He was arrested and charged with attempted murder. As for Valencia, she says not long after she was released from the hospital, she learned that she was 1 month pregnant when she was shot. Did he know that you were pregnant when he shot you?
No, neither did I.
Now, Valencia says her baby is okay and was not injured. In the meantime, police say the gun used to shoot Valencia was located in her brother's car. Now, he remains in jail on a $150,000 bond. And right now, it's unclear if the state attorney's office will file additional charges against him now that we know that the victim was pregnant at the time of the shooting. Kent?
Okay, people, so you saw this is part A. Stick around, please, for part B, the commentary.